Welcome back guys to another video, and today this is a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to be revisiting an old project, and this just isn't any old project. If you don't know anything about me, I've revisited old projects in the past, such as like ships like the Aquila, Aquarius, Legacy, but this is actually revisiting the Carnival Triumph. So I built this ship in, I believe, April of 2017, which was now over 8 years ago. So quite a long time ago, and let's just say a lot has changed since then, and you'll see once we get into this ship. So this isn't going to be some deep dive in and critique of the ship. This is more so just appreciating the ship for what it is. So if you don't know anything about the Carnival Triumph, it is, I believe, the second ship in the now extinct Destiny class. So this ship actually doesn't exist anymore. It is now the Carnival Sunrise, which is something that Carnival does, I guess, with older ships. They did it with all three ships in the Destiny class. I still don't know why they needed to rename them, but something tells me that the next class of Carnival ships are going to be named after this class, because I believe their Project Ace 2029 project will be named the Carnival Destiny, so I would assume the next two ships after that would be the Triumph and Victory, respectively. But anyways, coming into the ship, this was the first ship where I incorporated the 4-deck entertainment, at least the first IRL model. So if you don't know what the 4-deck entertainment thing is, it's pretty much for the entertainment decks, which are 3, 4, and 5 on the ship. I gave them 4 blocks, so I could give them a designated ceiling. So instead of having the ceiling be the floor of the deck above, which you see a lot, especially in older ships, this was the first time I'd actually given them each a proper ceiling. So it was a big step for me in my building. And then also, the Carnival Triumph also has a place in my heart, because it was the second Carnival ship I went on. I forgot. I went on Freedom a little bit before, but there's other reason why Carnival Triumph is so special to me. But yes, so anyways, now we can head on into the ship. So the first area that we will be checking out is the Rome main lounge. And the first thing I want to say about the interior of this ship is that the entertainment deck areas, they are mostly named after cities, and you'll see that as we go through. But anyways, this is the Rome main lounge. This is your main theater here aboard the Carnival Triumph. Now I remember at the time me thinking that this was easily the best theater I had ever built on any of my ships. And even now, I can still say very confidently that this is a very, very nice theater that I built, which is truly impressive for being 8 years old. I think it still stands the test of time. But yeah, so you got your nice stage, which is lit up. You got your seating, stadium-style seating up there. You got your operating box up there, and then you got this nice chandelier here. So overall, it is just a very, very nice area. Anyways, so now we can move on over here. This is the Capitol lobby. So this is your main atrium here aboard the ship. So very classic Carnival atrium. You got the elevators going all the way to the top. You can see the water slides to the dome. You got this nice, big blue banner thing, and then here it's like I remember this. It's like a little copper sort of globe figure. So pretty cool feature there. But yep. So you got all 3 entertainment decks, and it is just a very, very nice area here aboard the ship. So now we can move on to the first dining room, which is the London dining room. So this is one of the areas where you will eat here aboard the ship. So very nice atrium, or not atrium, dining room. One thing I was noticing going through this ship, I don't know why I used white terracotta for the tables. That is quite baffling, honestly. Very interesting decision. White wool is perfectly fine. I use white wool now, funny enough, but I don't know, terracotta it's just weird. Anyways, now we can move on to the rest of the ship. Coming through here, we are now on deck 4, and this will lead us to the Oxford bar. So this is one of your main bar areas or here aboard the ship, or at least the one that is at midship deck 4. So very nice area. You got your dance floor. Surely they host like karaoke, or did host karaoke, because this ship does not exist anymore. But anyways, you've got your bar, You've got the library things, because, Oxford, got to be all educated and stuff. So yeah, very nice bar area. Now we can move straight through here. This will lead us to the aft, little atrium, which is called the World Hall, which is interesting. But yeah, so that leads us to the Paris dining room, which is the second of the two main dining rooms here aboard the ship. So this is the one at the aft, as you can tell by the massive panoramic windows, which, if you notice, when we were flying around the outside, you could see these. So very nice windows. Very nice dining room. Again, with the terracotta, I'm not sure why I did that, but it's very interesting. Yeah, very simple dining room, nothing crazy to it. And so, yeah. Alright, back here in the atrium on deck 5, these are the fun shops. So we're going to go ahead and walk all the way through deck 5 with no cuts. Here's a cherry on top. This is your candy shop. Gotta love candy. Over here, this is the sports bar. So you got your sports bar, and it connects directly into, I'm not sure what this is, but directs correctly into the, what is it? Club Monaco Casino. But for first, I'll show off a little fun shop. So as you can see, it is a fun shop. It's a shop that's fun. So I'm sure it speaks for itself. Anyways, we can move on to the Club Monaco Casino. This is the main casino on board the ship, where you've got all your slot machines, table games over here, such as poker, roulette, all that good stuff. And then you got your windows going inside the ship. So, yep, Club Monaco Casino. Very nice area indeed. Alright, this is the World's Way Promenade. So this is your main promenade strip. It goes by the Club Monaco Casino. You got your casino bar over here, and you got some bathrooms over there. Here, this is the Vienna Cafe, I believe. Unless that's over here. Sorry, no, this is the Club Vienna Cafe. So this is a little cafe area where you can get your coffee and, breakfast sandwiches and smoothies and all that. Over here, this is the Internet Cafe. This might be either like the taste bar or somewhere where you can exchange casino tokens. I'm not sure. It's not on the deck plans. I'm sure I knew what I built when I built it, and I'm sure I knew when I had the signs, but when I pasted the ship over, all the signs got deleted, so that's fun. Anyways, we can move on over here. This is the Underground Tokyo Arcade. So this is your main arcade aboard the ship. This is where you can play fun games, like you've got the jump rope game, which actually that's oh man, that is fun. Yeah, I used to play that game a lot on arcades. I actually haven't thought of it in like 10 years now, but yeah, it's the jump rope game. Very fun. You got shooter games, you got skee ball, and then another shooter game, and then your classic crane machines and all that good stuff. So now we can go to the Hollywood Dance Club, which is over here. But first, you got the alchemy bar. So they did do Funship 2.0 upgrades to the ship before refurbishing her into the Sunrise. So this is your alchemy bar. That's one of the aspects of the Funship 2.0. Over here, this was on the original ship. This is the Hollywood Dance Club. It's your main night lounge, dance club, whatever you want to call it. You got a bar back here. You got your main dance floor, and then you got all the seating. You got your windows. You got your elevated seating back here. And so yep. So now we can move on over here to the Big Easy Piano Bar, which is themed after New Orleans. I hope I got that right. Pretty sure New Orleans is the Big Easy, but yeah. So piano bar. You got your bar. There's a piano in the middle, and yeah, they play songs. And you come here, sit down, relax for a little bit before or after going to dinner. And it's a very nice area. So over here, you got the Venezia Lounge. This is just a lounge area. I mean, I'm sure they host like, maybe like comedy, karaoke. You got a bar back here. But again, it's just a very simple lounge area. And then all the way back here, you got the Club Rio Aft Lounge. Now this is the comedy club. That's right. So you've got seating all across the area here. You've got your stage. You've got your bar in the back, which is very important to this area. Because if you need comedy to sound good, you need a bar. So, yep. But you got your stage. And yeah, it's just a very nice aft lounge area. This is a classic place on all these, Conquest class and Destiny class ships. So, yeah. Now we can move on to the Lido deck. Alright, walking out here on deck 9, this is the Lido deck, and this is the best part on any Carnival ship, is walking out here on the deck with the big TV screen and the classic whale funnel in the background. It is a staple of Carnival. But yeah, so here you have your main pool, and it's just called the Sun Pool. So on one side you have the blue going to Tequila Bar, and on the other side you have the Red Frog Rum Bar. So 2 bars, and then up here you've got your singular water slide. They never got around to making multiple slides on this iteration of Triumph, but I believe there's 2 slides on the Sunrise. So a little expanded water park in the new ship, but this is not the new ship. This is the Triumph. Up here, I believe this is the Serenity? No? Maybe not. This might just be a sun deck area. Is mini golf really here? Is it? That's interesting. I thought it was over here next to the funnel, but if it is here, that's interesting. So I guess if this is mini golf, this is where the mini golf is. But yeah, we're not really interested in the mini golf, huh? We're more interested in stuff like food, like the Blue Iguana Cantina here, which is a main burrito area. Again, Fun Ship 2.0. And then obviously the main place, Guy's Burger Joint, which is the best place on any Carnival ship. And so, yep. And then in here, this is the South Beach Club Lido restaurant. So named after Miami. This is South Beach Club Lido restaurant. So it's your main buffet where you get all your food, got all your seating. And then you also got this nice aft atrium here. And I believe this is just more seating up here. I don't think this is a restaurant. Yeah, no, this is just more seating to the buffet area. So, very nice area there. Now we can move on to the New World Pool. As I walk into the area there. This is the Pizzeria Napoli? Yeah, Pizzeria Napoli. Oh, Napoli. Jeez. Yeah, that's bad. Napoli. Pizzeria Napoli. Ugh, bad moment there. My fault. Alright, anyways. Pizza place. Not open 24/7 anymore. At least on new Carnival ships. It was on this ship, but this ship doesn't exist anymore. Anyways, on the ship that do exist now, they changed it from 24/7, and it's like only open to like 3 a.m. now, which is ridiculous. Because like 5 a.m., I need a pizza, man. But anyways. On this side, this is supposed to be the seafood shack, but clearly I was not interested enough to build it, which makes sense because seafood is completely overrated. And I'm definitely not saying that because I'm allergic to it. It's just, it's not good. Anyways, yeah, here's a pool. Very small pool, but then again, I couldn't go down, so I went up. So you got your 1 meter pool, and then you've got your hot tubs, which are very nice, and then you got this nice sliding glass dome, or roof. So covers up when it rains. Could use it today. It's pouring rain where I am. Anyways, that is off topic. Anyways, we got the nice stern of the ship. Very nice stern. I've always been a fan of these sterns. Although this one, I will say, I know I said I wasn't going to critique the ship. It's a little too pointy. Yeah, these sterns are a little flat. So I gave it a little too many curves here. Anyways, where does this go? Okay, it just goes right back to the South Beach Club Lido restaurant. So I believe that is it for the Carnival Triumph. So that is a nice send-off to this ship. I wanted to do a revisit because it was a big step in my shipbuilding experience to build this ship with the 4-block entertainment decks. I know I didn't show off too much because there really wasn't too much detail. But yeah, anyways, it was a fun ship to build. I remember it being fun. Fun story. I'll actually tell you something about this ship when I was building it. I remember this. It's like the one thing I remember from building it. If you come in here, so this is the London dining room, I believe. You see this area? It's a little long and off kilt. This was because when the ship was nearly completed, and I gotta see, so it's long up here too, and this is the casino. The casino looks normal, but when the ship was being built, I had to extend the entire ship by, I think, 4 balconies. 3 or 4 balconies, because it was just too short. The funnel looked way too in the middle, and I just needed room here. So I had to extend the entire ship by like 4 balconies when I was done with it. So I had to go back and redo like everything here in this middle section of the ship. So that's a little fun thing. I have still, since then, I have never done anything like that. Because honestly, if that happened today, I would probably just scrap the ship. Anyways, or I just wouldn't let it get to that point for that to happen, because I'm a little more I'm a little more in depth with my ships nowadays. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. The link to the ship, if you want to download it, will be in the description. It's going to be on my new website, and yes, it's a Weebly website. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. Weebly is cool, but yeah, it is on my Weebly website, so you can like explore that. It's a little thing I was working on today. It'll be a lot cooler in a couple months when I get home and I can actually do my cinematic screenshots and renders and all that. I do have a fun little project I want to do with all my custom ships. But yeah, all my ships are on there. Well, 4 of them are. This is the first one I actually did from back then, but I'll link them in the future. Yeah, I just wanted to do this, revisit the ship because it's a fun ship. Get it, Carnival, fun ship. But yeah, still think they should have kept the name. I will be excited if one of the new ships from the Project Ace class is named Triumph. That will be very fun. I will make a point to sell on that ship. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.